I noticed when I came back home, it was, I think just maybe my family situation. They were kind of standoffish a little bit. And that's probably a change that I noticed and was something that the interaction wasn't the same. And I don't know if it was maybe some fear on their part or maybe not understanding some of the situations that I've been through and how to approach me on those kinds of things.
After 15, 20 minutes of being in a crowded room, I felt uncomfortable.
I just didn't want to talk to anyone.
I didn't want to hear their questions.
What happened? What'd you see? What everything? And I just didn't want to talk about it.
Things just aren't the same anymore. What's going on with me in my life?
That was always the best medicine for me. Because if I could sit down with somebody who was there right beside me and explain to them something that bothers me every single day, and they could say, yeah, I remember that street, or I remember that building we were in. I remember when so-and-so was wounded or so-and-so was killed. I was there. It's a little bit different than telling a medical professional.
I didn't notice anything was wrong with myself. I think it's when you're in the tornado, you really don't notice anything's wrong because everything seems so normal to you, so calm.
The spouse tells you you're different. My spouse deployed, she came home, I tell her she's different.
Coming back, still dealing with all the injuries and getting a little bit more riled up and anger issues, and my wife starts noticing and she's like, hey, you're not the same.
I noticed that Aaron gets real angry over real silly things. Aaron before was very bubbly. He's happy all the time. He enjoyed life. He likes to go out, make friends.
And she's like, hey, you know what, you're just feeling too angry, you're having all this, you know, rage and stuff, and you need to get some help.
That kind of made him step back and realize a few things, and you know, I asked him several times, please go to therapy. And I just basically told him I can't live like that, it's too difficult.
People are viewing me a little bit differently, and maybe it's something that I should probably look at a little bit more and maybe go talk to somebody about.
After being in the military for so long, you never really feel you have a problem because you go on a deployment, you come back, you're with the same people you deploy with generally in your unit, and that's your support network a lot of times for many soldiers and veterans. But once you get out of the military, where's that support? Who can I depend on now?
All your topics when you come home are about war and basically your unit and all that stuff, and nobody wants to hear that. Nobody can talk to you about it, you know?
It's kind of putting it off, and then I finally went in and I was started getting seen.
Vet centers are a good place because they're confidential, but they're not the only place. There's lots of things out there that you can do.
I don't know if he would have ever gone to therapy if it weren't for his family, and I don't know that he would have the same outlook on life. Family's huge. It's very important.
We want them to know that we are there for them, that we have their back. And just like, you know, you'd have your buddies 6 in combat, we have their 6 out here in the civilian world.
Talk to somebody, always. Even if it's just a friend or anything, just talk to somebody.
You know what, I need to talk to somebody about this. I can't be like this anymore.
You've got to do something. So he finally did. We're definitely a stronger couple. If we could get through this, we can get through anything, that's for sure.